Hello all, good morning students. So let us finally discuss the solution of the last assignment of the list chapter, and in this week we will be also having you can say the stepping stones of the next chapter, that is tuples and dictionary. Okay. Already in the live class, I had a discussion regarding the bigger menu based program based on list. Okay, go through that program, practice that program once again, because as I complete the tuple and dictionary chapter, there will be a project assigned to you, and in that project, the you can say functionality of menu will be huge. Okay. So let us take up the first program in this video. As I told you, the first program is based on user defined functions, which is a small topic taken from 12th standard. And the good thing about user defined function is that we can create function on our own. Okay. To be very specific, suppose I talk about print. Print is an inbuilt function, correct, which can be used again and again as many number of times as we require. Similarly, how we were creating user defined function, we were using def keyword, then we were having the function name. We can have no argument, we can have argument, as you saw that video of list menu, where we were passing list name as argument because we wanted the list throughout the menu and we wanted the same list throughout the menu to be accessed. Okay, so arguments depends on you. Okay, whatever is the function going to do, that coding should be inside the function, and once we complete up the coding and everything with the specific number of argument. If no argument is there, then no argument. If argument is there, then argument can be specified when the function is actually getting called. This was about user defined function, and just like print is an inbuilt function which can be called again and again, user defined function can be called again and again as per requirement. And as you have already seen in the menu program, the menu function was called again and again inside itself, correct? So let us see what this program tells us to do. WAP to create two user defined functions, odd, even and multiplication table. Both UDFs will take an argument each, that we have to decide what argument it will take. Odd even will check if the number passed as an argument is even or odd, and multiplication table will print the multiplication table of the number passed as an argument. So first of all, what I will do, I will design both the user defined functions, and then we will see what how to take the input from the user. So first of all, let us focus our ideas on designing odd even function. So let us say def odd even, and because it is said that both the UDFs will take one argument each, so let us suppose what argument can come in odd even function. Argument of the number can come. User will specify the number, and that number will be given as argument here. Okay, fine. Now odd even logic, I think I did not express this to you in detail. We have to go for the modulus operator with 2. If any number is divided by 2, if any number is completely divided by 2, then it is an even number. Technically, if any number is divided by 2 and it gives us the remainder 0, then it is an even number. Otherwise, it is an odd number. So very simplistic. If n modulus 2, that means any number n that will be passed by the user as argument, that number, if it is divided by 2 and if it is giving us remainder 0, then we will say that n is an even number. Okay, n is an even number. And what is the case if it is not even? Very simple to understand. N will not be an even number, it would be an odd number. Okay, so very simplistic logic of even odd. Done. Now in the same way, I am not going to focus on calling the things once again. I am going to focus on designing the other function. This should be your approach. Do not pay into attention that you will define a function, you will call it immediately. First define all the functions necessary. Next, for user defined function that we are required to create is multiplication table. Very simple. def multable. And what argument we can take? Here we can take argument of the number from the user whose multiplication table we are required to print. Normally, when we are talking about multiplication table concepts, we are talking about printing multiples from 1 to 10. Okay, so let us say that our loop will execute, let us say 10 times. Okay, now I will just show you what will happen if I enter 0 to 10. See, for execution of the loop 10 times, this is perfect. For execution of the loop 10 times, this is for perfect. But because I am printing multiplication table, please be, you can say, listening properly, students. Because I am printing multiplication table, I want my first value of I to be 1. Because suppose let us take an example that the value that is coming in A is 7. So I don't want to print 7 into 0 equal to 0. I want to print 7 into 1 equal to 7. So yeah, our loop will execute 10 times even if we write this. Very much clear, very much true. Our loop will execute 10 times even if we do this. But change as per requirement. Here I am required to print, suppose this is 7. See, here I am required to print 7 into 1 equal to 7. So if I am using this value, the first value of I will not be 1, it will be 0. So that is why I am modifying the loop here from 1 to 11. That means the first number will be 1, first value of I will be 1, last value of I will be 10. Correct? That is why I am changing the loop here. We will print it properly. Print, suppose value of A is 5. So 5 into, where will 1, 2, 3 come? I. 5 into 1 equal to 5. Okay, fine. Both my functions are ready. Both my functions are ready. Now let us ask for this inputs from the user. Fine. So I will take up the first input, that let us say number equal to input. Enter any number. Okay, and let us say using this variable I will call the odd even function. Using this variable I will call the odd even function. So let us say odd even, and I will pass num as argument. So technically what will happen, whenever the program executes, this will be the first line to be executed. Suppose we are entering 20, so num will hold the value of 20. Whenever we are calling the function, what will be the case? Odd even of num will hold the value of 20. Correct? Num will hold the value of 20. So whenever this function call will go here we passed on 20. Even though the variable name is different, that does not make any big sense. Here we are passing the value of 20. So n will receive the value of 20 and suggestory work will go on. Correct? Similarly, let us take one more, you can say, element for multiplication table. X equal to input. We will print up the message. As we saw in the previous week's example, we can also pass the values directly here. But that is not suggestive from the part of doing a proper computer program. Enter number for which multiplication table is to be printed. Okay. And once the number is obtained, we can simply call the multiplication table function with arguments. Correct? Let us save the program. Say q1 standard 11.py. Okay, enter any number. This is for the odd evens case. Suppose I am entering any number 77, and as you are seeing that 77 is passed as an argument in the function num. Correct? This is this argument of 77 is going in this, and n is assigned the value of 77, and as you know that 77 is an odd number. Now they are asking for the multiplication table. Let us say 6, and as you can see, proper multiplication table of 6 is printed. What would have happened if I have taken the value of here 0 to 10? It will not be wrong, it will not be definitely wrong, but let us exercise. Loop will be executed 10 times, but there will be a problem in that case. Correct? Loop will be executed 10 times. See, this is odd. Here if I enter 6, loop is executed 10 times, but this is not giving me the, you can say, proper numbers that I want. Okay, so that is the reason instead of switching from 0 to 10, I took 1 to 11. Okay students, so I hope you have a clear idea regarding the same. Keep on writing the programs in your notebook. That will be useful at the end. Thank you. We will meet in the next video with the solution of the second program. Thank you and have a nice day.